Ping I500 heads, Ping AWT shafts, 1 steel, 1 graphite, 1 mid-handicap tester. Let's see how he gets on the golf course. Let's do it.
And let's do it now.
What a strike that is.
One over in the trees. One over.
Yeah, we can see the one in the trees. That's double bogey all day. Hi everyone, James Robinson here. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching my content, make sure you do consider hitting that subscribe button. My goal is to bring you daily golf related content that helps you raise your game, lower that handicap, and basically just improve your enjoyment of golf. Today I'm with my mid-handicap tester Mark.
Hi everybody.
And we're testing steel shafts versus graphite shafts 4 irons out on the golf course. We're using Titleist Pro V1X practice balls. One marked up S for steel, the other marked up G for graphite. When we did this test in the studio, there was a 4-yard difference. The graphite went 4 yards further than the steel. If you've not watched that video, I will link it above. This is primarily to see how a mid-handicap golfer gets on out on the golf course testing these two shafts. We're going to play 3 or 4 holes depending on the weather, hit a couple of shots in with each, see which one's closer, see which one goes further, and bring it to you guys. So Mark, we're going to go graphite first, 160 yards away, which on the test should be there or thereabouts. Is the graphite going to go further than the steel like it did in the test, or do things change out on the golf course? Comment below, what do you guys think?
In the studio, of course, I said that this felt very empty between the handle and the face. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like when I'm actually trying to hit a ball to a green as opposed to just hitting it off the mat.
So it's going to be really interesting to see how, when a target comes in, Matt, and rather than just hitting dry balls in a studio, how can Mark feel where that club face is? Because that was one of the issues, wasn't it?
Yeah, okay. That's what I found.
Let's do it. What a strike that is. So that's Mark putting an order in for 13 graphite shafts to replace everything other than his putter.
Didn't feel very much through the head though.
Tell you what as well, I think they've gone long.
Yeah.
Especially the second one, looking at where that went, I think they're long. I'm so interested now, I'm going to stop talking because I want to see where these steel shafts go.
Yeah.
They were awesome swings, Mark. Does that feel a lot heavier when you put it in your hands?
It's a lot heavier, yes. That was much better.
Yeah.
Felt much better. I liked playing that. I suspect it might be long as well. It's a nice big shot.
Any other mid-handicappers strike a ball like this?
As all you mid-handicappers out there know, it's not all the time that we hit shots like that.
That's 3 absolute corkers. Very Yorkshire, wasn't it? So Mark, we're on there. You get this side of the hill. Come on.
That's
better, isn't it? So Mark, 4 shots, 2 with each.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you to it because that was impressive, wasn't it?
The playing the graphite shaft, nice, good. Ball went a good distance, but for me, it was just lightweight. I didn't feel as though I was in control of any of the shot, the making of it. I just swung and the ball went.
Yeah.
Whereas when I played the steel shaft, I felt much more as though it was part of me in the swing, and I felt much happier swinging it. And certainly when the ball went, I thought, wow, I felt that go. Yeah. Whereas I didn't particularly get much feedback with this one.
Just walking up here now, and we can see 2 which are actually short, 1 just above them on the green, and 1 right next to that flag, which the greenkeepers have left out, but we don't mind that, Mark, do we?
Don't mind that at all, no.
If you were a betting man, what would you say?
I think the one next to the flag is a steel ball. I think the one pin high but just off the green is also steel. The 2 short ones are probably graphite. I suspect it's because I felt confident playing the steel shaft. I knew where the head was at all time through the swing, so I played the ball. Whereas the graphite, I wasn't sure about it, so I perhaps didn't play as strongly through the ball as perhaps I should have done.
Let's find out.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm really excited. What's this first one? The first one is G for graphite. Second short one. Suspense is killing me. Ooh. Steel.
Interesting.
Very interesting. So we have two which have got pin high. Obviously it's going to be steel and graphite. This one must be the graphite because this was the line it was on. Absolutely. And the only shot to hit the green, Mark, it's pretty close, isn't it? I mean, we knew that's where the flag was. It was laid down when it's not knocked the flag out, literally.
No, greenkeeper's note.
Or the hole as well. But we're going to show you just for the interest of a fair test. Steel. Yeah, they were 4 good golf swings, Mark, weren't they?
They were good swings, yeah.
I can't quite get my head around how 2 were 10 yards short, and I guess that shows the beauty of on-course testing.
Yeah.
We were pretty much adamant that the graphite shafts were going to be shorter, which one of them was.
Yeah.
But it's one of each. So
one of each.
All to play for with
We'll
2 holes to go.
The next one.
Yeah. Windy now as well. Okay, so we're now on to the next hole. This is the 8th hole at Huddersfield Golf Club, par 3, about 155 to 160 yards. We're going to leave this camera up here. This is going to be the green cam. So when Mark does hit every single shot on the green,
you'll be able to see how perfectly the contours bring the ball round to the hole, and I just have a little tap in for a birdie.
Or if he misses the green, I'll put a tumbleweed rolling over it. Let's get down there and see how he goes on. Right then, Mark, we're not going to do too much talking down here because the greenkeepers are hard at work and people won't be able to hear us very well. What should we go first?
We'll go graphite first again.
Graphite first again? Okay. Yeah. Let's get some action for that green cam, Mark. I'll tell you what. Go! Go! Oh, can they see that up there? That's on the ridge. Ball up! Over the bunker, good distance. Oh, Mark Spriggs. Get in! Ah! That shot. Look how far that's spun back. Yeah? Oh, big left. But that's the beauty of mid-handicap testing, Mark, isn't it? It is. Should we go up and see where they are?
Let's see where they are, yeah.
We've got no idea if you saw any of those from this cam. So, Mark, what's the results? We've got a couple on the green. Or one on the green.
One on the green, one just off the green. One same level as these, but just the other side of the bunker. And one over in the trees, which is the one I...
Yeah, we can see the one in the trees. First one, we'll go the positive one, the one on the green.
That's a graphite ball?
That's a graphite ball. Well, it's not, it's a golf ball, but for the sake of our test, graphite ball. Now this one, talk to me about how this one landed.
This is the ball I hit with the steel club. Now, it pitched there, bounced forward, and then rolled all the way back.
It nearly got to the top of that ridge where the flag is, didn't it?
Yeah, and then
very
just rolled
nearly
all the way back.
Yeah.
Interestingly, the graphite pitch mark,
yeah,
that's the graphite pitch mark, and the ball ended up about here.
So
it landed and just went forward.
So control-wise, yeah.
What are you looking for? Yeah. I mean, if you're confident the ball's going to land and pitch forward a couple of yards, then you play for it.
Yeah. Now we're only going to play one more hole, Mark, because the weather's turning on us.
Yeah.
But can you categorically say you can see the 4-yard difference in distance for the graphite shaft that we saw in the launch monitor?
No, not in the slightest.
It's not there, is it?
No, it's just not there.
So,
no.
And this is why on-course testing is so important.
Definitely.
We've got two, one there that we picked up, one just over on the side of that bunker there, and the other one wasn't your best swing, but it's still, distance-wise, still pretty level.
Yeah.
Let's go and play one more hole and see if
Okay.
we can see a bit of a difference.
Sure.
Steel. I think you'd get up and down from there, Mark. Okay guys, so as it stands performance-wise, so far, pretty inconclusive. We're not seeing that difference that we saw. Sorry Mark, you're getting shot here. Mark's crouching down again. We're not seeing that difference that we saw on the launch monitor data, which is really interesting. Sorry, who's that?
Wasn't me.
Was it? Chris, spot of lunch. Yes, Chris, we will have a spot of lunch later. Anyway, we're not seeing that difference. We're going to play one more hole because the weather's against us yet again here in England, at Huddersfield. If you're in England, sorry, we're all in England, aren't we, in the weather. We're going to go steel shaft first, change up a little bit, two shots.
See what happens.
See what happens.
We're into the wind though this time, as opposed to with the wind, which we were.
What's the hypothesis being into the wind? Anything that you're expecting?
Only if there's too much spin on the ball.
rise up a little bit.
If there's more spin than necessary than I would like on the ball, that I've put on the ball.
It's a lovely shot this, by the way. Lovely golf shot. Look at that for a green down there with these new bunkers. Oh, sublime, Mark, isn't it, that?
It's good.
What a strike. This could go in. This could go in. But it's short.
That's the wind.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah. It's got a strike. Drawing nicely.
That was like... those sound effects.
You could be going for the next Robin Hood film sound effects.
Bit of a Jurassic Park. Not as good a strike. It's going to be similar, I think, is it? Whoa, that's up there. That's pin high, isn't it? That kind of shot always interests me when you don't strike it as well. You don't quite get it, but it comes out just kind of a lot lower spin. The wind doesn't hit it, and we're pin high.
And pin high with it. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go Graphite. I think the Graphite might struggle here. Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything against the Graphite because so far it's proven me wrong on almost all the shots I've played.
That's your best strike. That's quite heavy, isn't it?
Yeah,
There or thereabouts.
Not very nice.
Now that last one was really, really interesting. That's the one I see with Graphite too often. It kind of spins up in the air, whatever the wind's doing, it takes it. It just took it way left, didn't it? It didn't look like a terrible golf swing. Didn't look like it deserved to go that far left. And I think if you'd have put that swing on it with the steel, I think it holds its line a little bit more. That's my opinion. Yeah,
I think I'd agree with you with my experience on this hole in particular. The first Graphite shot there that I played, it was a hurried swing because I wasn't confident of the shaft again. So I'm sure if I got used to it, things would improve. But just at the moment, there's an obvious difference.
And I'm going to play devil's advocate here because what we said in the studio was once you'd got 4 shots in and you did get used to it, it got better.
Yeah.
Here, 5-6 shots in, we've got used to it, it's got worse.
Yeah.
So
yeah, certainly.
That's just something food for thought, isn't it? Should we go down there, see where they are, then have a bit of a roundup?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do it. So just walking down here, Mark, and we actually do have a virgin green, unfortunately.
What a shame.
Your mid-handicap had to come out at some point though, didn't it?
It did, although the ball short on the green there, it's definitely a 2.
Yeah.
Might be close to I might be able to chip that one in.
Yeah.
And I think there's one pin high that is also, it's just an easy little chip onto the green.
Yeah, from 160 yards, it's what the people expect, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
You're never going to pepper the pins all the time like you did with the first shot of the day.
Into the wind as well, so it's always difficult to hit shots into the wind, certainly from us mid-handicappers. Yeah. How hard do you hit it? Do you try and hit it through the wind or not? Yeah. There's always those thoughts in your head.
What about this one here?
That was the first Graphite.
Just lost
shot.
Feeling. Lost all feeling.
And I lost the feeling in the club swinging through, so I didn't know where it was. It was a bit of a hurried shot, and the result is the result.
This was the first steel one, which we thought was really good. Then actually this one here, this one was one surprised me, Mark. I think this was the slightly heavier steel strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Steel.
Just rolled off the side of the green.
And that's not far away. Especially for a man of your calibre when it comes to chipping.
No, nice little chip.
Where's the other one? The other one's here,
the other one's here.
And this was the one that really got away from us. G there, that way.
Look on the other side.
Yeah, I'll go high side. So, as it stands there, bit of a conclusion, I'm going to put my 2 penneth in first. Sure. I preferred him with the steel that he's already using. I thought, there's no way I could see a benefit distance-wise on the golf course that we saw on the launch monitor, and I think you'll agree strongly with that as well.
Certainly.
I think he was a lot more comfortable with the feel of the steel, and I think the only reason I would maybe fit him into a Graphite is if there were aches and pains joint-wise, or if there was a bit of arthritis, and to dampen the vibration up the shaft. But apart from that, what would you add, Mark?
Well, that's my conclusion as well, certainly. I liked the steel shaft, I played it well, I enjoyed it. Felt the shots that I was playing. The Graphite I was still rather unsure about because of its weight. Maybe it sort of whippiness
Yes.
in the shot. If you've got any sort of injury or age is against you, then absolutely I can understand the graphite, because it's not all that much different to the steel.
Still plays, doesn't it? Still
Absolutely
goes.
plays very well, plays very nicely.
And I think graphite's in a much better place now than it was maybe even 5-6 years ago. I think technology has moved on heavily from that. So I guess, guys, the only thing to say is thank you very much for watching. Me and Mark really enjoy getting out here and bringing you mid-handicappers things that you want to see, and that is reflected in the views that we get and the comments we get. Any questions you have for myself and Mark, you'll find me on Twitter there, you'll find Mark on Twitter there. Apart from that,
yeah, anything you want us to take a look at, ask.
Absolutely.
Quite happy to.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. See you soon.